Unfortunately, as a man, your gains are going to be determined by your hormones, specifically cortisol. Because the truth is, if your cortisol is high, your testosterone is going to be low. They are inversely related. So I'm going to show you the biggest mistakes that people are making on a daily basis that is maxing out their cortisol, making them a cortisol maxer, and is killing their gains. So let's get right into it. The first thing that people do that doesn't really have that big of an effect on you, but will still increase your cortisol a little, hit running and high intensity training, basketball, other things like that. I play basketball from time to time, and it will spike your cortisol because it is a high intense sport where your heart rate is at 150, 160 beats per minute for minutes on end, continuously. What do you think that is going to do to your cortisol? Your body is not meant to have elevated heart rates for an extended amount of time. Now, yes, will it help you lose body fat? Of course, but if you're trying to optimize your hormones and maximize your testosterone, you want to limit these forms of cardio as much as possible. When I'm trying to get as shredded as possible, max out my testosterone, I lift, strength train, hypertrophy, and I walk. If you stick to those two things, you will have very low cortisol and you will see gains the way you want. Now, if you really want to take your cortisol to the next level, the second thing that you would be doing is avoiding nature. For the longest time, I was wondering why I was so stressed in school, at my 9 to 5, wherever, but then I realized that I wasn't getting vitamin D. I wasn't going out in the sun. I wasn't connecting with nature. And just being outside, surrounded by trees, the sun, the sky, that is one of the most low cortisol environments that you could be in. So you have to be going in nature. A lot of people, they avoid nature. They wake up in the morning, they look at their phone, they go right to work. You are asking yourself to be very high stress for the whole day. And people do it every single day. If you aren't going out in nature, you're asking your testosterone to be low, you're asking to have brain fog, and to have all these problems. You need to be going in nature. If you avoid nature, you're gonna go up even more cortisol. Now, the third thing that is going to increase your cortisol even more, which is related to nature, is going to be vitamin D. So many people are deficient in vitamin D. You need to understand, I've said this in so many videos. Vitamin D is a pro-hormone. It's not just some vitamin that you need to get in, it's a pro-hormone. So make sure that you're getting sunlight at least 30 minutes a day. And if you can't, then supplement a little vitamin D. The supplement is not the same as the sun, though. I want you guys to understand that right now. I know I've told you before, supplement 10,000, 20,000 IUs of vitamin D. It is not the same because vitamin D is going to be produced from cholesterol. So if you want to have optimal vitamin D levels, you need to make sure you're having cholesterol and you're getting hit by the sun. But I guarantee you, if you eat cholesterol, which I'm adding to this because cholesterol will help you produce more testosterone. And when you can produce more testosterone, you will lower your stress. So get vitamin D and eat cholesterol because that is going to make you feel the best. Every time that I eat some eggs and I go out in the sun, my stress instantly goes away. And if you don't believe me, I got my blood test done at the end of the summer last year and my cortisol was very low because I was getting a bunch of sun. And guess what? I was sleeping 8 hours every single day. Now, a lot of people are going to tell you, oh, you can sleep 7 hours, you can sleep 6 hours. Yeah, if you want to have higher stress, higher hunger, sure. start sleeping more. But understand, sleep is one of the most important things if you want to lower your cortisol. You produce most of your hormones in your sleep. That is when your body is able to produce all these hormones. So if you want to lower your cortisol, you need to make sure you're sleeping 8 hours and getting 3 hours of REM sleep. But not only that, one of the most important things to lower your cortisol is making sure that you're going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time. Because guess what? That also has an effect on your hormones. Your body starts producing hormones, whether you like it or not, at 10 p.m. Whether you're asleep or not, if you're not asleep at 10 p.m., your body's still going to start wanting to produce those hormones. So you need to make sure that you're going to bed on a reasonable hour and waking up at a reasonable hour. And then the final thing that is going to max out your cortisol is going to be overtraining. A lot of people think they can go to the gym 6 times a week, do some cardio, and that they're gonna see the results that they want. The truth is, if you're really training more than 5 times a week, you are overdoing it. Your body needs to recover. You need to understand one thing right now. Any form of training is inducing cortisol. Whether it's weightlifting, whether it's running, whether it's a sport, you are increasing your cortisol because you are stressing the body out with that activity. So the more that you do that, the more stress you're going to accumulate. And if you're overdoing it, you are going to max out your cortisol. This is why I recommend for all my clients to, and that's what I build out for them, a 4 to 5 time a week workout plan. Sometimes even 3 times a week. You can go to the gym 3 times a week. I go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. And guess what? I'm jacked and shredded. You don't need to be overdoing the training. For the longest time, I thought I could go to the gym 6, 7 times. And what actually happened is my stress was so high that after going to the gym for 7 days a week for 4 weeks, I got sick. And then I had to restart myself. This is why you want to actually control how much you're training, because if you're overtraining, your cortisol is going to be too high and you're just going to ruin your testosterone, ruin your gains, and not feel the best that you felt. And I guarantee you, if you apply all these things on a daily basis and you understand how to control your cortisol the right way by sleeping more, optimize your sleeping schedule, getting cholesterol, getting vitamin D, and not overtraining, I guarantee you that you're not only going to feel better, you're not going to be stressed out, you're going to have more enjoyment of your life, and you are going to become the best version of yourself.